everyone, my name is Amanda and today I have another IB video to share with you guys because today we are talking about the thing that you just have to do that no one really wants to do. Yeah, you know, CAS. So if there for some reason would be someone who's not in the IB who watches this video, CAS stands for Creativity Action Service. And that means that you have to complete 50 hours of something active, 50 hours of something creative, and 50 hours of service. And I know that they are changing around the CAS system a bit, and I can only speak from my own experience, but I think the overall thing is kept pretty much the same. So this video is going to be 10 tips for each category that you can do as CAS projects. So these are going to be some that me and my friends did and just some general ones and just along those lines. But before I jump in, I just want to make a few general points, and that is that while CAS seems really boring, and it usually is, it is important to still make the most of it because it is there for a reason. It's there to get you away from all the studying all the time, and looking back upon it, I'm still glad I did it. And furthermore, it's all in the reflection and the planning, because you can pretty much make anything into a CAS project as long as you argue for why it should be or why it can be a CAS project, and then you just reflect and tell everyone how it's changed you as a person and how you grew from it and all that sort of thing, and then everything will just sort itself out. It is also important to keep in mind that CAS can help you in the future with things that you can keep on your CV when you apply for jobs, and you can also do things that you can write in your personal statements when you apply for university. Although Swedish universities don't really care about voluntary work, other universities, especially in the UK, do care if you have done some sort of volunteering, so keeping that in mind when choosing your CAS activities can definitely help you in the future. But without further ado, here are 10 creative, 10 active, and 10 service-inspired things that you can do as CAS projects. So for creativity, you can do pretty much anything, learn a new skill. So you can, for instance, learn to paint, like canvas painting. I had a friend who did that. You can also try teaching yourself hand lettering, and I had a friend who did not know Arabic, but she learned how to write a few words and then she taught herself to write them very, very beautifully and made them into art. So that is also one idea. You can make a video about something that you're passionate about, and I used YouTube as one of my bigger CAS projects. I talked about books, and that was what I was passionate about, and all the planning and the editing of the videos as well as the shooting of the videos goes into your CAS hours, and it's a really good source for CAS hours. Another thing you can do is to plan an event, and like I said, it's all in the reflection. You can make the creation of this event into something creative, and you can reflect on how the planning of this event forced you to think creatively. And we actually organized an IB sleepover at our school, where we slept over in the school with the IB diploma program, and it was really, really nice, and it took a lot of effort, but we got plenty of hours from the planning of the event, and it's a really good way to earn those last CAS hours that you might need. Another thing you could do is, if you're inexperienced with, for instance, makeup, learn how to apply your makeup beautifully, learn how to blend your eyeshadows better, learn how to, I don't know, there's so many things to makeup that you can do and teach yourself, so that is one idea. Have a photography session with attached editing of the photos as well. You can write a short story, write a novel if you want, you can write poetry. You can get together with friends and set up a play, and that was one of the big projects at my school. I was not in this group, but there was a group of people who wrote a script, or they rewrote a script, and they rehearsed and they put together this theatre that they then showed to an audience, and they got both creativity, action, and service from that. I had another friend who learned about mixing music and DJing, and finally you could bake something and then maybe sell it. Moving on to ideas for action, the best way of doing action is incorporating things you already do in your daily routine. So if you play a sport, then great, just make sure that you add in all of your hours that you do your practicing. Or you could just start a whole new sport. This is the opportunity to try new things. I had a friend who tried tennis, I had a friend who tried ballet, I had a friend who tried cheerleading. So this is your opportunity to try new activities. You can do these generic things. You can go for a run once a week, you can go to the gym, and things like that is really efficient and just accumulating your hours. You can do yoga, you can help people out with walking their dogs, and that will give you both hours for action and service. You could gather a few friends and go on a bike trip and maybe go and have a picnic, and that would be just a lovely thing to like get together with your friends but also make it something active. You can teach a sport to others, and you can hold sessions where you explain how you do a certain thing in that particular sport. If you're going, for instance, on a ski trip, CAS right there. And finally, you can go hiking as well. So the last category is obviously service, and there are so many things you can do, and I would definitely recommend volunteering as one of them. It is a biggie that will look really good on your CV, and it will actually help you grow as a person. You can volunteer at a library, you can volunteer at a vintage shop, you can volunteer pretty much anywhere, and it does feel really rewarding afterwards. You can help host and organize an event at your school. That was actually one of the first projects we did. There was like a language conference held at my school, and we were asked to organize it, and it was really fun, and we got like 13 service hours from it, since it was a whole day and planning and everything, and it was really great. You can help out at your local refugee center, you can help with homework, you can help with just general things, and they will really appreciate your help. If you know there is an event organized in your city or in your area, just take contact with them and see if there is anything you can do. I know that we had a festival in my town, and there was a company called Children's Rights and Society, and my friend just went there as a representative for them and just handed out flyers and things and got a lot of service hours from that. If your school doesn't have a CAS fair, organize it. A CAS fair is the best thing ever. It is just where you and your class present what you're doing to IB classes underneath you. And if there already is a CAS fair, just make sure you go to it, because it's 3 hours just sitting and telling people about your projects. Pretty much what I'm doing right now. You can become certified in CPR, for instance, and help out at the Red Cross. You can plant trees, because I know people who own forests in the countryside, and they occasionally have to plant new trees, and just helping out with that would give you great service hours. If you're bilingual, you can help out with translation in different contexts, both in a school context and in like a medical care center context maybe. And finally, just a quite boring one but very helpful, that would be to clean up beaches, streets, just anywhere. Boring but simple hours that will again make a difference. So there you have 30 new ideas for your CAS projects. I hope you find this video helpful. If you have ideas of IB videos or just general videos you want me to make, then leave a comment in the comment section below, and give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, because that tells me that you appreciate my videos, because the IB videos tend to get lower views, but still I feel like the people who do watch them really appreciate them. So if you do, please give it a thumbs up so I know that you like it. So that was pretty much all I had, and I hope you all have a lovely day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!